Super excited to have you guys here for the kind of AMA today. I think we're gonna show you where we are with this closed beta for Trigr. It's been a while we didn't stream stuff. It's also the last stream before let's say end of August or mid-August. What's basically the timeline now, the roadmap, is that we're gonna keep doing some QA and closed beta until probably around August 20 to like ship the last features or refine the platform. There's still a lot of things to work on, a lot of bugs to solve. But wait. I think you can see my screen now. Yeah, you can see my screen. For some reason, just a sec. So yeah, we're gonna. There we go. So we're gonna keep the QA for 2-3 more weeks. Keep refining everything. So I'm gonna tell you more in detail the roadmap, where we are, how we intend to go bigger, how we intend to grow, what's gonna happen in September and moving forward. I think that as you saw, we've been through like a lot of kind of rebrand and pivoting in the last couple of months, from Mike1GG to Trigr, and from kind of an extension trading assistant to really going full into the agentic trading. And so today I'm going to show you the beta where we are. I think most of you have access codes. If you do not, you can ask them in the chat. We'll provide some. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how it works, because I believe we've built something quite unique and really ahead of every other competitor. So I think we have something pretty impressive, and that has a good shot at growing well. So yeah, finishing on the roadmap. So 2-3 QA, then we do our big launch, which is going to be end of August, worst case early September. Here we're gonna invest in marketing. We have a really cool banger video that April has been working on that we'll share, and we'll open the platform to everyone. We'll open all the referrals, and yeah, so that will be the big moment, the big public launch where we try to really get out and out there and try to get as many users as possible. We'll unlock all our partnership in the same time with Proper and others, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of the roadmap. What's going to be important is that when we launch, and I'll show you why in a minute, we have a lot of strategies that are built not only by us, but by you or by the community or whoever wants to build strategies. Because I believe that actually there's going to be more people that just deploy agents than try to build their own strategy, because simply it's just easier, right? So if you look at what I'm sharing right now, which is the beta page. So right now, the first thing we show you is basically a random agent. So every time you go on the page, every single person has a different randomly generated agent that you can deploy really easily. And so this agent is trading 3 strategies. So a trading agent is essentially it's a bundle of multiple strategies. Every single strategy that we have in Trigr is a single asset, so it's for only one asset. But an agent, he can trade multiple strategies on multiple assets. That's the point. An agent cannot trade 2 strategies on the same asset, so you cannot have 3 Bitcoin strategies on one agent, but you can have 1 Bitcoin, 1 Ethereum, 1 on oil or S&P or gold or silver or whatever stock you want. And right now we limit to 3, but actually I think we're gonna scale that up to like 10, 15, 20. Also, so you do not need what we had before when we launch on Hyperliquid. You do not need to have necessarily a sub account. You do not need to have 100K volume. You can launch an agent with $100 straight away on Hyperliquid with your main account. So that's going to be also very easy. And so yeah, as you see, we have an agent, right? That is that has like 3 trading strategies. Here's like Ethereum, Bitcoin, ADA, and then the combined backtest is this one. All of these are strategies that Trigr that we built and are on the marketplace, I think, for free, and that you can use and subscribe to, right? So we have obviously the strategy marketplace, so you can explore it and see all the strategies that are there, built by Trigr, but also by other people that start to publish them. For each one, you can see the data. Oh, I hope we're not gonna run into an issue during the stream because I just pushed a lot of updates, so there might be a problem. We'll see. So that's also another point. We are still in beta, so there's still a lot of bugs and still that we need to fix here and there. So that's why I do not hesitate to basically share those. But yeah, I think we may be running into an issue right now. Maybe not. Let's check. No, I think we're good. Yeah. So as you see, we have the marketplace where you will be able to see all the strategies built by others. And then I think tomorrow you're gonna have an experience in here, kind of like a shopping experience, right? Where you basically add agent to your add strategy to your agent. And so you'll basically here have a button. So I think tomorrow is going to be live, and you just scroll through everything. You just add agent to add strategy to the agent, and you will see on your right component, like you add up strategies, and you see the overall backtest of your agent, and then you can deploy in one click. So that's kind of the idea. Every strategy, so they have their dedicated page. You can have more information about the strategy. They're all backtests, but I mean, moving forward, you will see the performance of the strategy as it goes and run live. So you'll see the moment it was backtest, that was the performance, but now moving forward, that it's frozen, like the strategy is frozen, you'll be able to see like if it actually continues to be good or if it stopped to be good, right? You can see the monthly performance. And so you can subscribe, you can deploy an agent based on it. If you subscribe, you can use it in the studio. I'll show that a bit later, or you can add it to the terminal, right? So I don't know how many of you have already like displayed or shown some stuff. I think some of you did see the demo already, but it changed quite a lot. And so like this agent thing, kind of new. So I wanted to go back to it. And again, if you want to just like, you don't want to build a strategy, deploy an agent, you pick one of the first one here. It will basically allow you, it will import all the strategies that we had before. Here you can select paper, hyperliquid, or proper. So because we're in beta and we're still like kind of fixing things. So if you're using the beta, don't hesitate to use this button, report a bug. But yeah, so you can decide how much capital you give your agent, and then you decide how much of the capital you allocate per strategy, right? And then based on that, it updates the overall backtest, and you can see by using all strategies how, month by month, how you would have performed in the past, right? And then you can simply like create it and then run it, and you're good. So that's for the agent creation. I think this is going to be what we have the most of. I think it's going to be the behavior that people do the most. Because I can tell you an example. We just started on Reddit the other day. I basically made a post on Reddit. I had 0 followers. on the subreddit, and I just shared my experience, which was actually I just shared a tweet that I made about what I learned by doing 1 year of kind of trading with AI. And I have now it's probably like 130,000 people that viewed the post. 700 people shared it, and there's a lot of comments and upvotes, and that was fully organic. So this is like a huge amount of people that are actually very, very interested in this kind of product to build agent or build their own strategies that testing around that. So yeah, I expect that we're gonna have a lot of people that just come here and want to test out and build an agent with existing strategy in the marketplace. Hence the point that I think it's a good time and a good idea to build strategy right now. So we can go to the point about how you build your own strategy with our kind of engine, which is essentially like a strategy compiler that you use natural language and it creates strategy for you. So it is super sophisticated and you really can do a lot of things. So you can get lost easily. Even if you use AI, you just maybe don't know what you're doing, and it can be frustrating. I more and more often I just use this button, which is just generate one strategy for me, and essentially it's a sophisticated prompt that has already a thesis about the market. It's a random one, so you don't have the same as others, and it's just gonna build on a random asset the strategy that you want. It takes a bit more time because it's more complicated, but yeah, that's basically usually what I do now when I do my research. And then I will show you how I'm using it with Claude or ChatGPT, which is even more powerful, in my opinion. Let me check. Codex. Yeah, so here it's taking a bit of time. Okay, so this one, it didn't work. It did work, but it had to change something because one of the elements was not available. Okay, so again, you can report a bug. We still have a lot of things to arrange, but it's pretty interesting. So it built me the strategy. At the end of the day, I don't think it was super sophisticated. Maybe the exit is a bit sophisticated, but yeah, I think it just built me a basic strategy. I have no idea if it's gonna be good or bad. Probably it's gonna be bad. Yeah. So it's not great, obviously, but that's kind of using sophisticated prompt can help you get a start. When you have a strategy like that, usually you can just like forget about it and start from scratch. When you have a strategy that is good or decent, you can use like the machine learning optimization, or you can use auto mode, which is basically here you can decide how many times it's gonna iterate, and it's just the AI is gonna reflect on the strategy, the results, think on its own, and then it's gonna try different configuration to try to make it better. So that's kind of a way to do it if you want to be really hands-on and try everything and understand everything, right? But actually, let me try to see if I have it here. There is I think an even better way to use our system. We have essentially all our capacity. We now allow them access via MCP. So you can use them with Claude or ChatGPT, right? And it can be with Claude Code. It can be with Codex if you're using coding tools. And basically, we have all of them here. If you want to connect, it's super easy. You just follow the steps here. If you want to connect to ChatGPT, to your Claude, to your Codex, or to your Claude Code. It will do two things. Number one, it will not burn your AI credits. And number two, it will allow to use a model you want with the performance you want, and the model will access all the capacities of our platform. So I think for instance, there is a very interesting page that we put up here, which is the live data. And basically the agent via MCP, so it's API connection, the agent can access all the data that we have. We have more than 1 billion data points of data. And here you can see all the data we have on every single asset we support and how fresh it is. And so you'll see some data is missing, some data is a bit delayed. So of course we're still in beta, so we're working on that, and that's also why we don't have like a real trading agent yet. But yeah, you can see how many data points we have for how many things. So for instance, for Bitcoin, you can see that this is OHLCV, so the candles, but also like some derivative sentiment data, and how fresh it is. So how often we refresh it. And you can see like on-chain activity, active addresses, etc., etc. So we have a lot of things, and we also have like the technical indicators. So that's basically the output that they calculate. So all the technical indicators all the time give all this output, which is what the numbers are used to calculate the strategies. So you do not need to understand that, you do not need to go into that, but it's just like basically a monitoring page where you have the transparency of everything we support, all the data points, and how often do they refresh, and are they live or are they missing, etc., etc. And this is for every single asset. And we have stocks as well that are coming. So we'll have the first strategies on stocks probably tomorrow. We have also like commodities, etc. So all of this is all of this coming. All of this can be audited, and it's very transparent. But yeah, I think this is mostly like just for you if you want to have a look, but it's going to be mostly used by your agent. So let me check if I can share that. No, this one. Oh, it's just a sec. Yeah, okay. All right, so now you can see my terminal, I think. So I'm going to show you how I'm using my codex with Trigr, but you can use it in your normal ChatGPT or your normal Claude. Me, I just use it with that because it's a bit more powerful, like I can do more stuff, but essentially it works exactly the same. So I have already made the connection with what I explained, and I'm just going to check if the connection is here. Do you have the connection to Trigr MCP? Let's see. Yes, so he has the connection to my Trigr MCP. Okay, and then I'm gonna tell it to explore all the capacities that Trigr platform offer, and search or maybe something better, like, and develop some trading strategies hypothesis based on what's available and your knowledge and what you find online. When you are done, test them, iterate many times until you find something interesting. So now what's happening, and you can do that with your Claude, your ChatGPT, whatever. It's gonna check my account. It's gonna check Trigr Marketplace for existing strategies. It's gonna check all the data points we offer, all the nodes, every single thing we have, and it's gonna develop hypotheses for trading strategies. And then what it's gonna do is that it's gonna build them, and it's gonna backtest. Sometimes it's gonna use the ML optimizer, and everything he does, and I can see it on my Trigr account. But what you should be doing is essentially optimize for a strategy that should work, and then it's going to tell me at the end, oh, here's a strategy, here's a link, and then I just go to the link and it's in my Trigr account and it's ready to deploy. So that's kind of I think an easier way for anyone to build cool, sophisticated strategy. I think it works well. Probably doesn't work as well as someone that really knows what they're doing. So for instance, April, she has been, working a lot on trying to develop super good strategies, and she found some, but she spent a lot of time, trying different parameters, different things, etc., etc. So this is really like much harder. But yeah, it is doable. But for anyone that just want to have their agent go for it, and then you can always see the graph, understand what's inside the strategy. You can change things manually, or you can change it with your AI. So it's fully adaptable, fully you can do everything you want. So it's a long task. So my agent is going to take quite a lot of time, but that's also why it's so powerful, because now it's on my subscription. It's going to take as much tokens as I want. So I have high subscription, so it's not a problem. But yeah, it's going to really think through it and try to find an edge, and it's always going to be unique. It's always going to be different than anyone else, because the point is that it's not a deterministic technology like AI. So it's probabilistic. So it will develop hypotheses that it has right now, and then it will iterate and look for them. So you always have different outputs. So yeah, we're gonna let it run. So it's gonna run for some time. And then we'll go back to it when it has an output. But I can go back to sharing the platform. So yeah, so my agent that is connected is basically working to look for strategies. Whenever I'm going to have a strategy that is, performant or working, it's going to find it, it's going to publish it, and then it's going to tell me, okay, you can basically use it or test it in paper or live trading, whatever. It's gonna understand that. And so I will show you the strategies that it built as soon as it's ready. But yeah, that's essentially the kind of the loop, right? Either you say, okay, I want to build my own strategies that are unique, and if they're good, I want to publish them in the marketplace. Well, you can do that, and build from your studio, and then you can check all the strategies, and you can publish them. So, for instance, if I have a strategy, so I think it's probably this one that it's working on actually. So that's one of the iteration. I'm not gonna look at the backtest. I think it's still working on them, but that's it. So I think it's one of the strategy that it just created like right now as we're talking. So it's pretty interesting, but it has a big drawdown. So I'm pretty sure that it's gonna make new iterations to try to make it better. But in basically 2 minutes, it was able to find me a unique strategy that it's pretty cool. And then you can see the recipe, so launch and breakout, MF filter, all condition, and pretty simple. But basically the configuration make it good with the I think the stop loss. I mean the ways you exit with ATR and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's like much more powerful, as you see, than just you typing a random prompt. If you let your agent go for it, he will be smarter. He will understand, because he will have the context of all the platform can offer, and that you as a human cannot comprehend. Even if you're a pro trader or you understand everything, it's going to be harder for you to understand all the context. So your agent can just go wild and understand and build something cool. And so yeah, as soon as you have your strategy, if you're ready or happy, you can deploy an agent, or you can monetize it. And by monetizing it, it means you publish to the marketplace. And there's 2 ways you can earn money. Either you put an actual subscription, so people have to pay per month to access this strategy, That's one way. I think that you should not do that in the beginning, because if your strategy is doing performance in live trading, so after you publish a backtest, we freeze it and then we check how it's doing live. If it's consistently really, really good, then you can sell it for money. People will actually pay for it. But at the beginning, I think they will try it for free. But you can increase the bips. So the bips are the fees that we add on Hyperliquid, the builder fees. And so these builder fees, they go back to you as a creator, or like 50% goes back to you. But you can increase them. So you can add more fees. If you do that, then it will recalculate the backtest. So we show a real performance to users, not based on like fake fees. The performance are based on real fees. But you will have, the strategy will perform less, but you will earn more money. And again, I think like a lot of people are going to use that to just like a bit, have fun, gamble, and use like random agent that are created for them and just deploy in one click. And so in this random agent, we will include strategies from the community. So if you build strategies and they're verified, then they will randomly pop into our random generation of agents that people will just deploy. And so that's a good way for you to, earn as a creator and, having not spend much or anything. So I think that is actually super cool. And that's where we are. Let me go. So you cannot see, but my agent is still running. So it's still working. It hasn't finished. So it's looping to try to find and improve this trading strat. So we'll go back to it a bit later. Before I go further, are there any questions? So it might be complex or a lot. So I don't know if everybody follows. I don't know if you guys want to be more strategy builder, or if you want to just deploy agents, or what. Just you can ask me questions if you have any so far. Otherwise, I will continue. Так. Otherwise, I'll just go in the marketplace. I can continue a bit. So in the marketplace, we'll improve a bit the visibility, but you can always see like the overall backtest performance, the last month's performance, and the average performance per month with a sharp ratio. You can see the asset it's trading, and you can see if it's official by Trigr, or if it's from the community. There is you can see if it's long and short or long only. When we go for the public launch in like 3 weeks or months, it will be live on Hyperliquid and on Proper as well. So if you want to build strategies for Proper, you'll be looking for strategies that have, like low, small drawdown. So here, for instance, this one has too big of a drawdown. So you probably look for like more, like for instance, this one has less drawdown. So I think it's much better. So you're gonna look for something. Maybe you can like randomly remove one of them and see if it improves the performances. But yeah, I think that's going to be very useful, and especially if you as a builder you manage to build. And I was on a call with Louis yesterday, and it's basically he was very interested if anyone was able to build strategies that increase the passing rate on Proper. So the passing rate, he told me something like 13% or 14%. And if we have a strategy that's 20%, that would be super good. So if you build that strategy that has a 20% pass rate on Proper, I'm pretty confident, and Louis was pretty confident, that you're going to have a lot of people using it. And so you will also be able to monetize. So we'll add some form of monetization via proper execution as well. I'm reading the question from Prophet Jeremy. Is it possible to connect it to other AI models such as Grok or Gemini? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we just show in this page how you can connect it to Claude and ChatGPT, but actually it's we build the MCP. So you add this line of code, or you just send the documentation page to. So you add the you have the MCP. So you just paste that, or you go to beta Trigr at docs. And then your any AI can connect to it. Like, long story short, any single AI can connect to it, any single model. Yeah, so I think it's here. Yeah. So yeah, it's it doesn't have to be Cloud GPT. If you have like cheaper models or different ways to do it, you can, and it will work. It will work as fine. Matt Dunga, is it possible to set the backtest for a specific time period? For instance, if we believe in Bitcoin seasonality and I want to test one past season, yes. So you can basically set the backtests. I mean, I need to look how we do that, but essentially, like, I think on the MCP it can do it. On the UI right now you cannot. But to have basically a backtest for a selected amount of time only, yes, it will be possible. I'm not sure you can do it right now. The coding agent can do it because via MCP you can. But yeah, we'll make it available on the UI as well. Just so you know, so my agent is still looping, right? So it's still like thinking and rethinking and trying to refine the strategy. So it's not finished. So we don't have the final result yet. We just actually have. Let me share. Okay. Tac. So it just finished right now. The looping. Let's see what it is. It said I found a genuinely interesting research candidate. I saved it into Trigr Studio. So we're gonna go look at it in a second. So it said it's a BTC for our funding gating trend. It basically explained the hypothesis that it based on papers that it found online. The result strategies for our candle. It explained me how it built it with volatility, etc. So you see, I didn't do anything. I just told him, like, make your own research based on your own knowledge and based on Trigr's capabilities. Just go wild and just build something that we think would be good. And this is on BTC, so it's even like super normal. So you run 8 different variants where you have different what they do. Just a sec. It's buggy. Yeah. So it has one which has like high return, but then high drawdown and a Sharp of 1. Or you can go for the one that have a better Sharp. So you have much less drawdown and a bit less profit, but it's something that would go, or even more. So he said selection version product, like some good stuff. The nearby funding cutoff also works, which is better evidence than relying on one exact parameter. The EMEC overlay was rejected, although its recent window chart improved from 0.71 to 106. The chart was only estimate probably back to 50%. So it will also tell you, like, look, this is good on backtest, but be careful because X, Y, and Z can explain these results to be fake. And so he explained to you the whole methodology, and is probably gonna tell it's not live ready. So you should probably like just run it on paper as a paper agent, and then wait a bit, and then if it works well on live trading, then you can maybe deploy it. But it's just to tell you that it basically run on its own, and we're gonna check the resulting strategy here. So this is the resulting strategy that my agent built. So you saw it yourself. Here you have the history, right? So every single version that he tested, you can go back to it, right? You can go back to it and just like use it. So I don't remember. I think it was one of this one which was interesting. You rerun the backtest. Let's see if it's coherent. Yeah, I think it's this one. So interesting, 273%. Good sharp, even good recent. When we have like bad years in crypto, it's still pretty good. You can see the months per month. Okay, so yeah, I'm fine. Then I can continue to agent builder, and I can like deploy it as is. Codex banger. And I can either add other strategy or just run it as is. I will just run it as is. But yeah, so you see now that with this method, it's actually super easy to build like good candidates. Doesn't mean that the performance will hold, right? It doesn't mean that it's going to be a banger for sure, but it's really much easier to find good candidates. Sorry, I'm going back to the message. I saw there was some message. So Prophet, it would be super cool if you could see a trading view style chart showing exactly where strategy enter and exit every trade. That would make it easier to analyze and improve strategy. For example, if the strategy consistently fails in certain situations, it would be much easier to identify the pattern and see. Yeah, actually I had it. I removed it. But I'm gonna add it again. Yeah, we basically have it built. It's built. I just removed it for simplicity because I thought it was like overcrowding the page. But yeah, I think what you say makes sense, and I think more people would like to see every single entry and exit. So I'm gonna add it back. April, past tense and proper. Make no mistake. How many strategy have you? Yeah, so going back, I'm gonna run this agent. Now you see that it's if you want to go on your own and build your own strategy, you're gonna spend a lot of time, but you can find really good ones. That's what April has done, and she found like super good strategies. If you don't want to spend too much time yourself, but you still want to have your unique strategies, you can let your agent doing via ChatGPT or Claude or any AI you want. And you can see the result and then audit everything here. Audit the graph, audit the different versions, go back to all the versions it had, and etc. etc. Or if you don't want, you just go to the marketplace and you just like look for other people's strategy and you deploy agents. And that's a simple. As simple as that. By the way, your AI can also look at the marketplace and build agents for you. So it can just look at what could be a good combination of strategies, bundle them into an agent, and it would work. And so what I'm gonna recommend you, because so what Trigr is right now, and is gonna be for the foreseeable future, is gonna help you find good beta strategies. It means that there are good strategies that work on the long term, but usually they trigger between 5 and 10 trades per month maximum. We're not good at high frequency trading or intraday trading yet. Why? Because it requires different kind of execution style and different kind of data that we think right now is not the main focus. It's because it's so much harder, because they rely like on super good execution, and because we're not 100% sure we can execute at the millisecond for everything, we rather not focus on that. So we are very good with this Trigr and all strategies to build these kind of beta strategies that provide like 5-10 trades per month. But the idea again is to build an agent that has like 10-20 different strategies on 10-20 different assets, including not just crypto but stocks and commodities. And this one agent will execute the trades for all of these strategies, all on one hyperliquid account or sub account. And then each one has 5 or 10 trades per month, But if you have 10 of them, then you have 50 to 100 trades per month. So it actually trades much, much more often. And then you can actually see things grow faster and beat the market, theoretically. Not financial advice, obviously. But yeah, I mean, that's our bet. That's what we see is working best, like cross-universe strategies, like the product that are working the best in terms of trading, or like pair trading, like peer trades. These are really working well in crypto, and we believe that is even more true when you apply that to more assets, with everyone have their own strategy. Yeah. So you can backtest any combination strategy in one agent. Yeah, right now you can add 3 strategies per agent, but I will up that to 10. And then you will have the combined backtest of your agent for if you had traded those 10 together. Matsuka's PFC, is connecting external AI agents available only for paid plans? I need to check, but for the beta, we will let it for anyone anyway. So it will be available for anyone in beta. And by the way, in beta, if you need more credits, we will up your credits. Yeah, Michelle, I've built 4 so far, but nothing convincing yet. Yeah, so I highly recommend you to connect your own like AI, ChatGPT, Claude, but it works better in the terminal, like Claude Code and Codex. And then you let it go wild, as I just showed, and it actually works. So I think that would be the way to go if you want to keep having fun building your own strategies, but you don't really know how to go. I would recommend to go there. Yeah. And so yeah, stocks are coming either tomorrow or next week. I will publish Trigr official strategies for stocks and commodities, so you'll be able to just pick them from the marketplace and build your own agent with the UI to basically from the marketplace build your own agent. So yeah, that's where we are. I think it's really cool product. Remains to see the usage, and having much more live agents that are paper trading and then live trading, and using prop firm, proper accounts as well. I think it'll be very, very interesting to see. Yeah, that's what we spent a lot of time and effort building in the last 2-3 months, and I'm very happy of the team and very happy to show that to you today in the middle of the summer. So yeah, we expect everything to be quiet in the next 2 weeks, and that's why starting mid-August, end of August, we will be more active. I'll start to stream again, and that's where we are. Yeah, so there are some things actually I didn't show you again in the studio because there's so much you can do. There's so much you can do, and that's why maybe it's better to let your AI agent do it. But you can add you can add smart money, so hyperliquid cohort or hyperliquid wallets, and use them as copy or filter, or you can use AI simulation. Okay, so I cannot add it here for some reason. But yeah, AI simulations, I'll make a dedicated videos to AI simulations because I think it's a very, very, very powerful feature. So the way it's gonna work is that you can create an AI simulation. You can say, okay, you prompt every day a directional bet on Bitcoin, or you give me a trade every day for Bitcoin, and I give you all these data points. So here you can have all the data points that we have, that we allow. And then we recreate point in time what the AI would have recommended if it had this knowledge at this time. And then we can basically artificially recreate the backtest of a model. And you basically also can design the persona, the prompt, and all the data that it has. And so, yeah, you can basically recreate what an LLM would have traded and would have performed in the past. And that as well is super new and nobody can do it. But you can do even better. You can do that, but you can add multiple nodes. And so you have you can add 10 different AI frontier model. You give all of them different prompts. You run all of them on backtest, and basically you say the filter is if maybe 8 out of 10 agree, do the trade, and then you see if that's performing or not. So I will make dedicated videos for that because it's a little bit more different approach, but it's super interesting as well and very exciting. Profit, guys, I haven't checked this yet. Can strategy builder publish the strategy on the marketplace and allow others to view the strategy logic? For now, no, it's hidden always. But yeah, I was thinking to just add a toggle, make the recipe public for everybody, which we can, yeah. I was also thinking, because some people asked if they could share strategies, but only to some people. So not to the marketplace, but only to their group of friends or certain people. And so it's also something like shareable link that we will add. So you just share it to your community, your friends, whoever you want, but not available for everybody. So these two things, yeah, we'll make available. All right. Anything else? You guys have questions so far? I mean, this was mostly like an AMA, like a kind of a brief on where we are, the roadmap, what we're going for, and the capacity. But I will have more dedicated streams to just okay, build one strategy, try one approach, try one node, deploy an agent, and then I'll follow up on the performances and how things are going and everything. But yeah, that's kind of it for today. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free. Otherwise, I think we're gonna call it a day. All right. So very happy to have everybody joining here. Thank you. It's really cool. I know it's the middle of the summer right now. Everybody's just on holiday, but it's a good time to build when everybody is resting. We're building very hard. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one. Wait. Yeah. Also cannot use. Yeah. Again, thanks everyone. Have a good one. If you're gonna have some holiday, have some great holiday, because Q4 is gonna be very intense and really cool. All right. Cheers. Bye.